The story kicks off on a mysterious island in the middle of the ocean. We see a massive stadium packed to the brim with people. Everyone's eyes are glued to the staff. At their signal, a massive 10-foot shark is slowly hoisted up as bait. A kid in the stands realizes something big is about to happen. He tells his older brother to look, and just as his brother looks up, a colossal creature lunges out of the water. Right then, the seating platform starts descending into the ground. Turns out, there's an even crazier show waiting for them. Once they reach the bottom, the massive beast comes into full view, sending the crowd's excitement through the roof. Amidst thunderous applause, this giant creature, the Mosasaurus, swallows the shark whole in one bite. In this future world, a tech company used genetic engineering to bring dinosaurs back to life, buying an entire island to monetize it. They filled the island with dinosaurs and transformed it into a park called Jurassic World. The island quickly became the world's top tourist destination, with millions visiting every year. But after 20 years of safe operation, the dinosaurs have become as ordinary to people as elephants in a zoo. People aren't as fascinated anymore. To deal with dropping revenue and rising costs, Dr. Wu's team splices genes from different animals to create a new, monstrous dinosaur. They give it a strange and terrifying name, the Indominus Rex. It was built purely to boost engagement, but no one realized this dinosaur would become the park's biggest nightmare. The park owner arrives to check out the Indominus. It turns out the beast is bigger and smarter than anyone imagined, having already tried to break through the glass to escape. Rattled by its intelligence, the owner calls in Owen, a retired Navy trainer, to inspect the security. Owen used his Navy background to train dinosaurs here. At the moment, he's at the raptor paddock, using his military experience to try and control them. Surprisingly, he actually manages to handle these predators. But then, disaster strikes. A new handler tries to catch a pig, but a raptor snatches him and pulls him straight into the enclosure. In an instant, every raptor zeroes in on the guy, and he's seconds away from becoming lunch. Owen acts fast, opening the gate and running inside to shield the rookie. He keeps shouting commands to back them down. After a tense moment, Owen's crew manages to pull the worker out, but the raptors drop into a hunting stance. Owen knows his life is on the line. He stays focused, giving orders while backing away slowly. Just as the gate is about to slam shut, he dives through with a tactical roll, barely making it out alive. Claire takes Owen to the Indominus enclosure, explaining it's a secret hybrid made with T-Rex DNA that's been raised in isolation. Owen warns her that social isolation could make it even more dangerous. He asks to see the dinosaur immediately, but strangely, even after being fed, the Indominus is nowhere to be seen. Everyone panics when the thermal sensors fail to pick up any heat signature. It's like the massive beast just vanished into thin air. Then, Owen notices massive claw marks on the wall. They assume the Indominus climbed out. Claire turns pale and rushes back to the control center, ordering her team to track the creature's GPS chip. Meanwhile, Owen and the guards go inside to inspect the wall. But then, a terrifying update comes from control. The GPS shows the Indominus is still inside the paddock. Everyone freezes. They're standing right there, looking at those scratches, while the beast is still in there with them. Control frantically calls the guards to get out. Owen spins around and sprints for the gate. Suddenly, the last guard sees the Indominus lunging for Owen. In the chaos, the dinosaur mauls one guard. Panicked, the other guard opens a side gate to escape. Seeing his partner get killed, he flees through the gate. Owen runs for his life and manages to slip through just as the gate is starting to close. But the Indominus forces its way through the gap, smashing the gate and breaking free. Owen slides under a nearby truck to hide. He watches the beast's every move. From the heavy thuds of its footsteps, Owen knows it's heading for the guard hiding behind another car. That guard is so paralyzed with fear, he can barely breathe. The Indominus looms over him like a demon and swallows him whole. To save himself, Owen quickly slices a fuel line, letting gasoline soak him to mask his scent and confuse the predator. It works. Unable to pick up Owen's scent, the Indominus lets out a massive roar and disappears into the woods. But now a monster is loose, and panic hits the control room. They realize the Indominus is heading toward the visitor area, just 5 kilometers away, where 20,000 people are gathered. Claire prepares to sound the alarm, but the owner stops her. Triggering the alarm would mean shutting down the park and risking permanent closure. He's convinced the security team can handle it. A tactical team reaches the location where the tracker chip is pinging, but when they get there, the dinosaur is nowhere to be found. Then the team leader finds the tracker on the ground. The Indominus ripped it out. Suddenly, drops of blood start falling onto his hand. Everyone looks up and freezes in shock. The Indominus used cuttlefish DNA to camouflage itself, blending perfectly into the trees. The leader tries to run, but the Indominus snatches him. The guards open fire with stun guns, but the beast crushes the leader under its massive foot. The rest of the squad tries to stop it with electric prods, but the Indominus brutally wipes them out. In less than a minute, almost the entire squad is dead. Owen warns Claire that this thing is a monster that doesn't even know what it is. If it makes it out of the woods, it'll kill everything that moves just for sport. He insists they need real weapons, not toys. Claire doesn't want her life's work turned into a war zone, so she refuses. Owen storms out in a rage. But with 20,000 lives at stake, Claire finally caves and sounds the park-wide alarm. Right then, Claire's two nephews are starting a tour in a gyrosphere. As the alarm goes off, the staff halts all the rides. But for some reason, the boys' car doesn't stop. It keeps rolling deeper into the park. They pass through a field of peaceful herbivores, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and massive Brachiosaurus. Suddenly, an automated warning tells them the ride is malfunctioning and returning to the hotel. But the older brother doesn't want to go back. Since they're Claire's nephews, they have VIP wristbands that let them override the system. He takes control and drives even deeper into the restricted zone. Claire suddenly remembers the boys and tries to call them, but the signal is dead. Panicked, she checks the ride logs and realizes only one car is still out there, and it's her nephew's. Terrified, she calls for a rescue team, but they're already occupied. She has no choice but to beg Owen for help. Meanwhile, the boys reach the edge of the tour area and find a massive hole in the perimeter fence. Seeing an opening, the older brother drives right through it. They enter a dense forest filled with ankylosaurs. They count 4 at first, but the younger brother insists there are 5. The older brother double-checks the count. That's when they realize the shadow on the glass isn't a 5th ankylosaurus, it's the Indominus Rex, standing right behind them. It lets out a deafening roar and kicks the car, sending the boys tumbling. Before they can react, an ankylosaurus swings its massive clubbed tail, flipping their car over. The Indominus views the herbivore as an obstacle to its prey and attacks. A brutal fight breaks out. The Indominus tries to bite, but the armored skin is too tough. Enraged, it uses its razor-sharp claws to slash the ankylosaurus's back, finally flipping it over and delivering a killing blow. The boys are paralyzed with fear when Claire's phone starts ringing inside the car. The noise immediately catches the Indominus's attention. It stares at them for a second before grabbing the car with its claws. It tries to swallow the sphere whole, and when that doesn't work, it starts slamming the car against the ground like a chew toy. Just as the glass is about to shatter, the older brother unbuckles his seatbelt, grabs his brother, and crawls out. But the Indominus spots the movement and lunges for them. Luckily, there's a waterfall nearby. Just as the Indominus opens its massive jaws to snap them up, the boys leap into the water, narrowly escaping certain death. Claire eventually makes it to the forest, but she quickly realizes things have spiraled out of control. The bodies of dead dinosaurs are scattered everywhere. Seeing the carnage, Owen's fear only grows. Owen's convinced now the Indominus isn't leaving anyone alive. A moment later, they find the tour car where the boys were. When Claire sees the trashed car and the phone on the ground, she assumes the Indominus ate her nephews. She completely loses it. That's when Owen spots footprints leading toward the waterfall. He figures the boys might still be alive and manage to escape. Claire feels a bit relieved, but the control room gets some more bad news. With the alarm sounding, over 20,000 people are now huddled in the resort area, and the Indominus is heading straight for them, looking for more blood. It's gonna be a massacre. Left with no choice, the park owner decides he has to pull out the heavy artillery. Since they're short-staffed, the owner himself hops into a chopper to hunt the Indominus down. When the team finds the beast, they start lighting it up. Under heavy fire, the Indominus smashes into the aviary. The flying dinosaurs go into a frenzy, triggering pure chaos across the island. Suddenly, one of the flyers snatches a soldier right out of the helicopter, and the bird crashes into the helicopter, causing it to lose control and go down in flames. And just like that, the billionaire owner, Masrani, is gone. Suddenly, the sky is full of flying predators. Owen and Claire sprint into the woods for cover. Meanwhile, the two brothers are trying to fix an old Jeep to get out of the jungle. The younger brother sees the winged dinosaurs on their tail and tells his brother to floor it. They finally hit the park gates and get spotted by the staff. After getting a text from their nephews, Claire and Owen make it out of the woods and head for the resort. By now, every ride is shut down and all the tourists are trapped at the resort. An emergency broadcast blares, telling everyone to find cover. At first, people are confused until they see the sky darkened by swarms of flying dinosaurs. Panic sets in as everyone runs for their lives. These flyers are fast, diving into the crowd and snatching people up. Screams fill the air. The two boys manage to find Claire's assistant, but just as she's trying to move them, a pteranodon grabs her and drops her into the lagoon. The dinosaurs don't realize they've entered the Mosasaurus's territory and keep diving in to attack her. The boys watch in horror. Just as the flyers try to take off, the Mosasaurus erupts from the water and swallows the girl and the dinosaur in one massive gulp. Terrified, the brothers scramble for cover, but security finally arrives with tranquilizers to push the flyers back, giving the resort a moment to breathe. But things are about to get even worse. A military officer takes full control and starts pushing his own agenda. He wants to use the raptors to hunt the monster, to prove they're the perfect military weapons. Owen finds out and clocks the officer right in the jaw. He raised these raptors from birth and doesn't want to send them on a suicide mission, but with 20,000 lives on the line, he eventually agrees. They decide on a high-stakes game of hide and seek. The plan? The raptors use their sense of smell to track the Indominus, while the soldiers follow behind with the heavy gear. Fearing the boys might wander off again, Claire locks them in a secure transport and heads to the front to monitor the op. Owen gets a piece of Indominus meat to give the raptors the scent, and once they're locked in, he releases the cages. The armed soldiers follow them deep into the jungle. The squad moves fast behind the raptors until they hit a clearing where the raptors suddenly stop. Every soldier is on high alert, weapons drawn. They have no clue things are about to get weird. Out of the shadows, the Indominus Rex slowly emerges. Owen's plan was for the raptors to attack, but instead, the two sides just stare at each other like they're having a conversation. The raptors don't attack. Instead, they alert the Indominus to the human's presence. Owen realizes something is seriously wrong. It hits him. The Indominus has raptor DNA. It's communicating with them. Back at control, the officer panics and orders the soldiers to fire. Everything goes south fast. The plan to kill the Indominus backfires as the raptors turn on the humans. The soldiers try to chase them into the woods, but within minutes, the squad is wiped out. Claire watches the massacre in horror. A surviving soldier barely escapes a raptor and tries to get in the van, but a raptor takes him out from behind. The boys are trapped inside, terrified. Claire guns it, trying to get away. Another raptor starts chasing them. The back door is open and it's closing in. The boys start throwing containers out of the van to block its path, but the raptor dodges them easily. Claire sees it coming and swerves, knocking the raptor off. But then another one reaches the boys. They defend themselves with a stun prod just as Owen arrives on his bike. They all head for the lab. When they get there, Owen finds the staff has already fled by chopper. In the doctor's office, they find the real secret. The Indominus is a cocktail of DNA from dozens of different species. The officer shows up and admits this was the plan all along, to create the ultimate weapon. But before he can finish, the raptors arrive. He tries to use Owen's hand signals to stop them, but the raptor isn't buying it and tears into him. Owen, Claire, and the kids scramble out of the lab, only to be surrounded by the three remaining raptors. The leader, Blue, stares Owen down. Owen looks into her eyes and knows she's not the enemy. He reaches out and removes the tracking device from her head. Then the heavy thuds of the Indominus signal its arrival. It orders the raptors to finish the humans, but Blue remembers her bond with Owen. She refuses to attack and signals Owen to run before turning on the Indominus with a roar. The
The Indominus is pissed. It swats Blue away with its massive tail. The other two raptors jump in to help their leader, but they're no match for the hybrid's power. Both are killed in seconds. In a desperate move, Claire realizes they need a bigger monster to fight this one. She tells the control room to open Paddock 9. The gates slide open, and out walks the legendary T-Rex from 20 years ago. Claire lures it right to the Indominus, and the ultimate heavyweight battle begins. The T-Rex tries to show the Indominus who the real boss is, but the Indominus's size and claws are too much for the old king. Just as the T-Rex is fading, Blue returns and dives back into the fight. Her speed distracts the Indominus, giving the T-Rex an opening. Together, they relentlessly hammer the hybrid. Pushed to the brink, the Indominus is knocked towards the water's edge. The noise catches the attention of the ocean's top predator. The Mosasaurus leaps from the water, clamps its jaws onto the Indominus, and drags it down into the depths. Just like that, the Indominus Rex is gone for good.